channel. So this is the makeup that I've done today. It's my own interpretation of a wedding makeup. It's what I would probably do at my own wedding day. It's my idea of what I would do. So I'm not saying that anybody else should go and do this on their wedding day. I mean, each to their own. Just give it a go, I guess, if you want to. But different things suit different people. So yeah, if I was going to get married, this is what I would do. Probably. Well, at the moment anyway. So if you want to learn how I did this makeup, just keep watching. So I'm just going to go ahead and start. So I'm going to start with the Napoleon Perdis Autopilot Pre-Foundation Skin Primer that I always use, and also my Nivea Daily Essentials Day Cream, and I mix those two together just to create like a really nice moisturising and nourishing base, and I feel like that really helps the application of the foundation. And for my foundation, I'm using my Napoleon Perdis China Doll in look number 4 foundation, and as usual I'm just going to squirt that all over my fingers and just rub it in with my hands, and then I'll go in with my little stippling brush to sort of give it a nice finish. So I'll use my Janie Riddell stippling brush to apply a little bit more foundation, and I just plop that on the back of my hand and sort of just apply that all over my face just to add a little bit more coverage and colour. Moving on to concealer, I'm using my Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Concealer underneath my eyes, a little bit on my chin, there, down my nose, and in the centre there. So to sort of set that foundation, I'm using my normal Napoleon Perdis look number 4 powder foundation, and I'm applying that on my Sigma Large F20 powder brush. So for my bronzer, I'm using my Mosaic Bronzing by Napoleon Perdis, and just a plain old brush that I had. It's the brand Wasp, and I don't really use it much except for my bronzer because it's a nice big one, and it's still pretty good condition, this one. So I'm just going to get a little bit of that on there, and I'm only going to lightly do this just because you don't want anything too harsh on your wedding day. You want it to be nice and soft and subtle. On my temples, and I'm going to be using a highlighter by Nude by Nature, and this one is Soft Focus Illuminating Powder, and using my Sigma Tapered Face E25 brush. Moving on to blush, I'm using my Napoleon Perdis Vintage Rose, ooh, almost dropped it, Vintage Rose blush, and it's a lovely colour, this one. I use it for every day, all the time, and it would be perfect for a wedding as well. There's not really any shimmer to it, so it's just sort of a light tint, I guess, to your cheeks. Now I'm moving on to my eyebrows. So for my eyebrows, I'm pretty much going to skip through it. I'll just let you know what it is I'm using. It's the Body Shop Brow and Liner Kit. So just 2 little colours in there, and I mix them together when I use this. So, but I'm using this nice big flat brush. This routine is pretty much exactly the same as my old eyebrow routine that I have. I'm going to update it soon too, though, just because it has changed slightly, but the basics are pretty similar. So yeah, I'm just going to zoom through this. Alright, cool. So my eyebrows are done, and I'm looking very angry right now because I have nothing on my eyes, so my eyebrows look huge and really angry. So I'm going to move on to the eyes now. So alright, so for my eyelashes, for my eyeshadows, I'm going to be starting off using my Napoleon Perdis palette, and I'm going to be using this little pink colour down here. It's very bright pink, this one. And I'm using my short shader E20 brush by Sigma, little flat stubby one. Just going to pop my brush into that. And we're putting that on the brow bone. And I'm also going to be putting that little pink colour on the mobile lid using the same brush. Just rough, doesn't really matter too much. And on the inner corner. So when you think you've got plenty on there, I'm going to move on to putting a little bit of shimmer on the inner corner of the eyes. And I'll use my little Mosaic Gold Loose Eye Dust by Napoleon Perdis. And I'm going to use exactly the same brush again, picking up a little bit of that colour on that brush. I'm going to put that in the inner corner of my eye. It's probably my most favourite colour for the inner corner of the eye. And then out of that same palette, I'm going to use this really bright gold colour with the same brush again, and just put a little bit of that in between the gold in between that gold colour and the pink colour. Awesome, so now moving on to the next colour, I'm using the Colour Disc Copper Topper by Napoleon Perdis. It's this really nice sort of goldy browny colour that reflects light so beautifully, and it's really pigmented too. So I'm going to be using my E25 blending brush by Sigma, and I'm just going to be pretty much sweeping that in the crease. Using that little short shader that I used before, I'm going to grab that same brown colour and just put it on the outer V of my eye. And then sort of sweep it, blend that in a little bit, just so that it creates that darker outer corner. Then using my small tapered E45 blending brush by Sigma, I'm just getting the same colour and concentrating that in that crease a little bit more, making it just that little bit darker. Next, grabbing my Naked 2 palette, I'm going to be using the, Busted colour from that one. It's sort of like a dark purpley colour with shimmer. I'm going to use my which one is it? My E25 blending brush, just the same one that we had the brown on. Just going to concentrate that on the outer edge also. So that's the eyeshadows done. I'm going to move on to my eyeliner. So for my eyeliner, I'm going to be using the same eyeliner that I use every single time, which is the Maybelline Eye Studio eyeliner, and just a brush that I got from the art store. It's just a really simple, small, tiny little angle brush. So I'm doing a really fine line, starting on the inner corner. So as you can see, it's a really fine line, pretty much just darkening that lash line, make it look a little bit thicker and a bit more luscious. Luscious, that's a different word. So I'm just going to do a tiny little flick. First I'm just going to reapply the eyeliner, just so I get a little bit more product on there. So that's all I'm going to do for the wing, just a tiny little slight one. Nothing special. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing on the other eye. Now I'm going to just apply that eyeliner on the lower lash line, but just on the outer corner. Just using whatever is remaining on the brush. So now I'm going to use my Sigma Flat Definer E15. So what I'm going to do now is pretty much grab a little bit of black eyeshadow and pat that over that liner, just so that it sort of fades it out and doesn't give it such a harsh line, which will make it look really lovely and a little bit softer. So I'm going to be using the Blackout palette from the Naked 2 palette, this one here. It's really dirty. Ew. So using the Flat Definer E15 brush, as I said, really fine flat brush, just grabbing a bit of that black on there, dusting the excess off. And I'm just sort of patting that over the top or on the edge of that liner, all the way around. Alright, awesome. So once the eyeliner's done, I'm just going to move on to eyelashes. So for my eyelashes, I'm using the Colossal Volume Mascara by Maybelline. And I'm just going to coat the top lashes. Cool, and just repeating that on the other eye. Alright, so now I'm also going to put a coat on the lower lashes. My eyes are basically done. Next I'm just going to be using my lip liner Pinot Noir by Napoleon Perdis. Lipstick in Demeter by Napoleon Perdis. I'm just going to grab a little bit of that on the brush because I don't want to like plaster this on my lips or anything. I'm just going to apply that. And if you did want to apply a gloss, I'm not really sure if I do want to apply a gloss, but I'm going to use the Napoleon Perdis. I'm just going to do it and see how it goes. Napoleon Perdis Luminous Lip Veil in VIP. Really nice colour for a nude, this one. So this is the finished makeup look. I hope you all enjoyed watching my video, and as I said, this is my interpretation of what I would probably want to do on my wedding day. I don't want anybody to go grabbing these products and doing it for their wedding day and I don't know, hating everything. So before you do get too into it and start buying products for your wedding day, just test them out, grab some testers and see how you go, because there's different products suit different people. So as I said, just trial everything, because you wouldn't want to not trial it, do it on your wedding day and it be a massive, you know, blunder and it ruins your whole day. So yeah, just see how you go, try a few things. I mean, there's so many makeup tutorials on wedding makeups, and makeup artists can charge a lot to do wedding makeup. So see how you go and give it a go doing it yourself, and get your friends and family to sort of critique it and let you know what they think of it. So yes, I guess I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!